Hey you guys, so today we are back with another video, and as you can tell by the title, we are going to be talking about side hustles that you can do as a new nurse. Now, I still consider myself a new nurse. I've only been nursing for 3 years. To me, that's still new. But a lot of things that I'm going to be talking about, you can do as soon as you pass your NCLEX. You do not have to have been a nurse for 30,000 years in order to do these things. And I'm excited to talk about it because if you are a new nurse, once you get into nursing and you go to your hospital, you're going to see that it is not going to be enough money. Well, I guess depending on your lifestyle. I was able to live comfortably just working one job, but you will notice that there are a lot of nurses who work 2 jobs. And I don't want you to be working 2 jobs at hospitals. That's just taxing. I don't want you to have to pick up an extra job that is going to require a lot more mental and physical strain from you. It's already tough just being a nurse at one hospital and then either having to pick up another shift or work at another facility. That's just not the move. So that's why I'm excited to talk to y'all about this, because there are so many ways that you can make money as a brand new nurse. You do not have to. A lot of these things too, the startup cost is either like none or under $1,000. I was gonna get on here and talk about like business ideas, and maybe let me know if that's a separate video that you guys want to see. But I started to realize like these business ideas that I'm thinking of, it's gonna require a little bit more money for you to get started. So I wanted to talk about things that either had a very low startup cost or no startup cost at all, because I don't want y'all to I want y'all to get an idea to not put all your eggs in one basket. I'm pretty sure y'all have heard that saying, but you need to have different pockets of money so that you can kind of just move how you want to. If you don't know, these hospitals are not loyal to you. You literally can die today and then it will have you replaced tomorrow. So I don't want y'all to be loyal to one facility, one hospital, or just one job. You need to have multiple streams of income. One job is not going to make you rich. One job is not, unless, I guess it depends. I'm talking about as far as nursing, bedside nursing in a hospital. Working that one job is not going to pay you enough to live the life that I feel like everybody deserves to live, and just the freedom to kind of move how you want to. So I'm not gonna drag it along. Y'all know I like to get straight into the video. So let's go with the first job that I feel like, or the first side hustle that I feel like you guys should be starting or get into that will be an extra source of income. Okay, so the first thing we're about to get into is coaching. Coaching is something that you can do as a brand new nurse grad. When you think about coaching, you are coaching from your experience. So for me, for an example, I coach for new nursing students. People ask me all the time, how do I get through nursing school? Do you have tips, tricks, or any type of advice that you can give me to help me transition through this whole entire process? Because as we all know, nursing school is hard. And that's why I say, if you are a new grad, this is something that you can be doing. Now, obviously you need to have an audience so that you can market yourself and let people know that you're doing it. But don't think as a coach, you have to be like working 30 years in order to give somebody advice. When you are coaching from your experience. You are giving advice based on your experience. That's what makes you valid. I also coach people who want to be travel nurses. There are a lot of men and women who are tired of working bedside, who understand that the money that they are getting for the amount of work that they are putting in, the math is not mathing. And so it's like, help me on this journey, because travel nursing can be a lot. It can be very scary leaving from something that seems stable and going to something that is kind of unstable. Y'all, I have a million videos on travel nursing, but some people are just like, I don't care. I'm willing to take that risk, but they need that push. They need that motivation. So people pay me to tell them basically how to get started. They pay me to look at their contracts and see if this is something right, or if their recruiter is trying to lowball them, what facilities they should be going to, or agencies that they should be seeking out. Any type of advice on housing or just how to maneuver through traveling, because I have done that. I have experience. I've been on like 6 or 7 contracts right now, so that's where my credibility comes from. So people pay me to talk to me about that. Even though I have a million videos on it, sometimes it's easier to just sit down with somebody for 30 minutes to an hour and say, look, can you give me the tea on everything? And then go from there. People are also paying me to coach them with med spas. I've had a lot of nurse practitioners, PAs, or just regular nursing like us, somebody just like me, who are like, I am tired of bedside, I want to be an entrepreneur, can you help me through this process of running a med spa or opening up a med spa? Because if y'all followed my journey, y'all know it was a little bit difficult. I didn't have anybody to say, this is what you do, this is how you do that. Like, I had to do all the research on my own. So people were paying me for my expertise because I've done it. I officially opened up a med spa. So do not sleep on the coaching. At first, when I got into it, I was very much so like, I don't want to charge people for it because I really rather just, I don't know, talk. But at the end of the day, you exchanging time for money, and my time is valuable. Your time is valuable. My experience is valuable. My expertise is valuable. If you are a nursing student and you just graduated, you have been through it. You can speak from a place of your experience and help other people out. So coaching is one of them that I do not want y'all to sleep on. You definitely can make a bag talking to somebody for 30 minutes to an hour. For my nursing students, I give them like 30 minutes because it's pretty straight to the point. A lot of them just need encouragement because it's hard. Somebody needs somebody to talk to them, to help, to kind of just vent, really. That's what a lot of my nursing student calls are about. They just need somebody to vent to, because if you aren't in nursing school, you're not going to understand. Like, your friends and your family are not going to understand. So it's easier to talk to somebody who has been there, done that. So I give them 30 minutes to vent, give them encouragement, and keep it moving. And a lot of them enjoy that. A lot of them need that. I needed that. I needed that extra push, but I didn't have anybody outside of like just my nursing friends, which I'm so thankful for them for. But when you are in nursing school, it's just kind of one of those things that if you are not going through it or you have not been through it, a lot of people are just not going to understand. The same thing for travel nursing. I give them an hour to just talk and kind of vet them through the whole entire process, what they should expect. I also has an ebook, but we'll get into that because that's another bag that you can make money off of. But basically, just talking people through the process, even though the rates are low or back to normal is what they say. Let's say you're making $1,500 a week. This is just on the low end. I was making $1,500 every 2 weeks. So you mean to tell me I could just double my pay every week? Like, that's still good money to pay off your debt or go on a vacation or whatever the case may be. That's your business, what you do with your money. But that is far better than working bedside and getting paid half of what you can be getting paid in travel nursing. And nurses are tired. Like, you see it all the time. I quit nursing. I'm done with nursing. I'm tired of nursing. I'm moving to another career. Nurses hit me up all the time because they are tired. They want to make money. They want another way out. The math is not mathing. Why am I making this amount of money when I can be making this? And it's not, and I'm not putting it, and I'm putting in the same amount of work. I need to be properly compensated for my work. So I talk to nurses all the time about travel agencies, what rates are good, what are not. If somebody's trying to lowball you, whatever the case may be, a lot of people just need that coaching. They need that person who has already been there, done that, to help them along the way. And y'all know I want y'all to get to the bag. So I love coaching y'all, because at the end of the day, I love when y'all hit me up like I just started my first contract. I just got my first check. Somebody hit me up like, girl, I just paid off my car note. Thank you for giving me that extra push. Like, that's what coaching is all about. Like, it's not, you can make a bag from it, but ultimately it's to give your expertise, to give your knowledge, to help people out. That's what a coaching call is for. I have a lot of nurse practitioners and PAs who have hit me up, and they're tired from doing that. They're like, I see that nurses are making more money than me as a nurse practitioner. The math is not mathing. Again, how can I get into the aesthetic world? What do I need? What is the startup cost? Because I'm telling you, a lot of this information is not out there. Trust me, I looked. It's very minimal, and also it's pertaining to like whatever state that you are in. But sometimes people just need that talk where it's just like, okay, what am I gonna do? Is this something that I really want to get into? How do you like it? Are you making? People are asking me. People are all in my business when we come to the med spa. Are you making money off of it? And I'm very honest with people, because I don't want y'all to get into this thinking that right off the bat that y'all are gonna make money, or the money is just gonna come to you, or whatever the case may be. But those are the three things that I offer coaching calls onto: nursing students, travel nurses, and people who are trying to get into the med spa, because those are all things that I have the knowledge of. I've been through nursing school, I have been a travel nurse, and now I am a med spa owner, so I can speak from my experience. So coaching calls is one of those side hustles that I don't want y'all to sleep on, especially if you have a following and you are a nurse. you definitely need to get into that bag, because you don't even have to start from the point of travel nursing or med spa. You, like I said several times, you can start from the experience of being a nursing student. There are so many nursing students who just need encouragement, who need help. Like, start there. So coaching calls is one side hustle that I definitely think that you guys should not sleep on. So let's get to the next one. So then, if y'all hear that in the background, y'all already know that that's my dog Caleb snoring. He lives a very good life. He worked 12 hours last night, so he's tired. But the second one that I want to talk about is YouTube. Obviously, you are on here, you clicked on this video because you just support me and you wanted to see what I was talking about, or you are trying to think of a way out to get more money. YouTube University is a real thing. And I tell people all the time, you don't have to vlog. People always ask me like, oh, how do I get into YouTube? Just start. You do not need a fancy camera. You don't need a fancy background. Y'all see, I'm just sitting in my living room. That's it. You don't need all this equipment. I have a tripod and I have some lighting, but that's because I got to that point over time. But when you are starting off, your iPhone is just as good as any DSLR camera, any Sony camera, any Canon camera. Start with what you have. I think a lot of times people overcomplicate it and they overthink things, but it's not even that difficult. It's not that complicated. You literally just start. The only thing that I would say is you need to figure out your niche. We're talking about nursing, so whatever it is, if you want to do day in the life of a nursing student, that's how well, that's not really how I started off, but most of my videos, it started from that point, just me vlogging my nursing experience. I know people don't want to vlog. Some people don't want people in their business. They just want to be low key, and I understand that too. You don't have to vlog. You can literally get up here and teach. What am I doing right now? I am teaching y'all side hustles that y'all can get into right now for a low startup cost as a new nurse. YouTube University, like I said, is a real thing. I'm pretty sure all of us have got on YouTube and researched something. People get on here to learn or for entertainment. YouTube is a real bag. I will be honest, I pay my bills with YouTube. People always ask too, like, how do you get paid with YouTube? Basically the ads. If you watch an ad, even if you don't even watch it all the way through, maybe you skip it, whoever video you are watching, as long as it's monetized, will get paid off of that. It is a real bag. So I don't want y'all to sleep on YouTube, and I don't want y'all to think too deep into it. Just figure out what your niche is. If you want to be if you want your channel to be about nursing tips, how to get through nursing school, should you pick a BSN or ADN, what type of college you should go to, supplies that every new nurse should have, what's in my nursing, like, these are all videos that you can make and get paid off. Now granted, you do have to get to a certain point. I think it is like 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, but that's nothing. You can get to that. I think where people fall off is that you're not consistent. So you can't post a video one week and then post another one next month. That's just not how the algorithm works. You need to be consistent with it, but you can get money off of YouTube. People have legit careers, and mind you, I am a small YouTuber. I don't even have 20,000 followers yet. I barely got any followers on my Instagram. So that's just to let y'all know, don't think that you have to have 1 million followers to get money off of YouTube. You can get into your bag with a low amount of subscribers, 5,000, even 1,000, as long as your content is quality and you are consistent. The money is going to come. You're going to have to put in time with making the content, i.e. sitting down, brainstorming what you want to talk about, what videos and stuff like that. But once you edit and put that video out there, you're literally making money in your sleep. I'm still making a good amount of money off of the first videos that I put out. Like, don't sleep on YouTube. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't go out and buy all this equipment. Please don't, at least until you get your first check from YouTube, and then you can kind of like upgrade, because now you're taking it serious. But your phone is fine. There are so many times, there's still a lot of times now where I record on my phone because I just don't feel like pulling out my camera. But it is not that difficult. You can 1000% start a YouTube channel today, no cost. Everybody has a phone, and start recording. You're gonna have to start from somewhere. I started with 0. Nobody knew Shannon. A lot of people still don't know me. So don't get bogged down by the fact like, oh, I only have 1 person subscribe. You're gonna have to promote yourself. That's the gist of the work. A lot of this is you promoting yourself and putting yourself out there and saying, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm offering. But besides that, you can definitely make a bag off of YouTube. And that is for new nurses, nursing students, because that's where I started. If you want to do travel nursing, if you want to do business stuff, just pick your niche and go from there. Yeah. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is a digital library. You also do not have to be a nurse yet for this. You can do it as a new nurse, a nursing student, whatever. But a digital library, I think a lot of people sleep on it. Ebooks, people sleep on it. I have an ebook and I have a nurse report sheet. I'm building up my digital library, but I get paid off of those every single day from people I do not know who just come across my videos. I have all my links in the description box. The nurse report sheet is only $5. I know it's only $5, but those $5 add up over time when you got thousands of people clicking on your stuff. It's a regular nurse report sheet that I have been using since the beginning of time. I just happened to show it on one of my vlogs and seen that people were interested in it, and then I charged a fee for it, only $5. Everybody got, I won't say everybody got $5, but most people got $5 to spare. My ebook, I think it's only $11. Everything that I have in video form about travel nursing, I put into an ebook with a little bit more detail. And it's only $11, and I make that money in my sleep. Also put it on Amazon. That is another way to make money. I think people sleep on a digital library because they don't really understand like the process and how to sell it. But you don't even have to be popular. Again, I am not popular at all. I am not popping. Nobody knows me like that. But these are things that people who don't know me are interested in, whatever it is, and they are willing to pay for it. I have a colleague who, she has a digital library for all the documents you need for your med spa. That is gold, and I think she charging maybe like $500 for it, because if you opened up a med spa, you know that documents are very important. Your policies and your procedures, your contracts, your SOP, like all of those things are important, and they take a lot of time to make and gear towards your business. She has a whole file just for that for $500. You think the nurses who are just getting into the business is not going to jump on that? Like, they are, because there's so many moving parts to a business. If I have a full library of all the documents that I need to open up a business, why wouldn't I jump on that? So that way I don't have to worry about this. That's one thing taken care of, and then I can move on to the next. Digital library is one of those things where it's passive income. That's what I was trying to say. I literally make money in my sleep off of my digital library, and I am building it and making it better. But I don't want y'all to think that you have to be like some world-renowned author. I would rather you put out an ebook based on your experience, but if for whatever reason you don't want to, there are people on Fiverr who will write copy for you. You give them the topic and they'll write it for you, and you can put it on Amazon and sell it. When I say this is a legit way for a new nurse to make money, and you don't even have, there is no startup cost. Now, if you want to pay somebody to like make it look pretty and do the copy, like, yeah, that'll cost, but that shouldn't be no more than $100, if that. But just like, say you just doing it on your own, like how I did it, I just wrote all of the copy and then I made it look pretty. That was no startup cost to me. And so everything that I put out there is profit. Actually, I paid somebody to make it look pretty, like put it in book form, but I think that was like only $40. So everything after that is just profit, and this is money that I am making in my sleep. A lot of these things is like, once you put in the time of creating it, the coaching calls, like once you put in the time of like setting up the appointment site. I use Candidly, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that. And then also I think I pay like a monthly fee. It has to be like under $20 for them to allow me to book appointments through their site. But once you set these things up, they just make money for you. There is no, you don't have to go back in and do things. Once everything is set up, once the copy is written, once the book is formed, once you put it out there, you're done. You've pretty much done your part. So now all you have to do is market, and then let the people come find it, and that's it. You're making money in your sleep. So do not sleep on a digital library. You guys can make books from everything from nursing tips. Again, the same thing that you would be making in YouTube videos, you can make in book form. So say you're not somebody who's comfortable on the camera. Say you are an introvert. Well, I'm an introvert too, but I guess it's different. But just say you're not comfortable on the camera. Everything that you would have wanted to talk about in a video, you can put it in a book form. Like, I don't want y'all to sleep on that, because passive income is a real thing. How you think all these rich people make money? They're not exchanging time for money. That's what I want y'all to realize. Like, when you get another job, if you work in another hospital, another facility, you picking up another shift, you are now exchanging time for money. You physically have to be in that place to make money. With a lot of the things that I'm talking about, once you give your time to creating it or setting it up, you are no longer exchanging time for money. You can be asleep and you are now making money. My coaching calls, I do have to physically be there to talk to them, but now that everything is created, all I have to do is promote it. Sometimes I wake up, a lot of times I wake up to, oh, I got a coaching call. The same thing with the YouTube videos. Literally, once you put it out there, you no longer have to do anything with it. It makes money while you're sleeping. Same thing with the digital library. I wake up all the time to new orders from people around the world who just want something to either understand how to get into travel nursing, or they just want something to be able to organize when they're on the floor organizing their patients, which is my nurse report sheet. So do not sleep on the digital library. A lot of these things, like, just brainstorm all the ideas, or just do your due diligence, just do your research. Type in YouTube, what are people talking about? A lot of times people don't get straight to the point. A lot of times people is all over the place. Like, everybody is not going to deliver information like you are. I see that a lot of y'all like my information because I'm very just straight to the point. No BS. Like, let's just get straight to it. A lot of people are very long-winded, and it's like, girl, what are you talking about? I'm trying to get to what I came here for. So don't think because somebody else has already created it that you can. There's nothing in this world that has been created that somebody hasn't already did or doing. It's all about you putting your own spin on it. So do not sleep on the digital library. The next thing I am going to talk about is Amazon affiliate links. This as well can be for anybody. You don't even have to be a new nurse, but for the sake of this video, we're going to be talking about nursing, and you don't even have to have graduated. If you have a following, people are watching you. A lot of people want to know, what is that? Where did you get that from? Create a link for everything. I am with Amazon affiliates, and I get paid. That's another thing. YouTube and Amazon, they do pay you monthly, but I get paid every day off of what someone clicks, and they don't even have to buy it. In Amazon, you can go in and look and see like what the purchase was that made you money. And a lot of the stuff, unless it's nursing stuff, a lot of it is not things that I've actually promoted. Like, I could promote a vase, or I could promote this book. Maybe somebody doesn't buy that book, but they buy another book. Because I directed you to Amazon, now I get a commission off of that sale. It doesn't have to be exactly what you promoted. It's just the idea that because I posted something, you were interested in it, and I led you to Amazon, and now you made a sale. Now they made a sale. They made a sale because of me, because now I directed them to that site. So do not sleep on Amazon. Set up an Amazon affiliate account. You do not have to be some huge YouTuber, Instagrammer, influencer, or anything like that. I send links to my friends all the time about whatever they questioning me about, what I bought or where did I get that from. On my Instagram, I post things. If people ask me, where did you get that from? A lot of stuff I get from Amazon. I know all of us, for the most part, shop on Amazon. I got a cart full of like $1,000 worth of stuff that I want to purchase off of Amazon. So it only makes sense. Like, this, to me, it was just kind of like a no-brainer. And if you're not in the world, I guess you don't even know that that's a thing. But almost everybody uses Amazon these days, so it makes sense to get paid off of them. Like, I need some of the money back that I've spent with y'all. And I'm glad that they offer that program, because it's literally set up an account and then you just share your links. I have a whole Amazon store in my description box of lifestyle stuff, of nursing stuff, books. Y'all know that I love to read, dog stuff, whatever the case may be. Set up an Amazon store, promote it, or not promote it. A lot of times I don't even promote my Amazon store. Actually, I think this is probably the first time I've ever said anything, and I'm still making sales off it. Again, I keep reiterating this because I don't want y'all to think that y'all have to be some huge person with a lot of following. I don't have a lot of following, and I am still making money off of these things in my sleep. A lot of stuff, if somebody asks me about it, like, yeah, I'll send the link, but a lot of times I am not even promoting this. So I can imagine, like, if I actually promoted it, the amount of money that I would get. But that is another side hustle that you can do as a brand new nurse, in nursing school, whatever the case may be. Amazon affiliate link. Do not sleep on that. It is a real bag. It is a real way to make money in your sleep. Okay, I didn't want to make this video long because I literally have a gajillion things that you can do as side hustles, but I kind of just wanted it to be like just a few things that you could start off with because I didn't want y'all to be like in information overload. So this is the last one that I'm going to talk about, and it is BLS certification to be an instructor. So you already know, if you are a doctor, I think I'm not a doctor, a nurse, you have to have this. This is a requirement. And if you are a doctor, anybody in a medical field, it is a requirement that you at the very minimum know how to do CPR. So just like you pay somebody to teach you to do it, you can be that person who is teaching other people how to do it and get paid for it. And now this is probably the one that has the most startup costs. I would say maybe $1,000 because you have to pay to learn how to be an instructor. And the two main organizations that you can go through is either American Red Cross or American Heart Association. I am with American Heart Association, and you can find classes for like $500 to $600, and then you'll have to pay for like your mannequins, like a few like adult ones and baby ones. You'll have to pay for like, well, you could do digital cards. I was gonna say you would have to pay for like the paper for the cards and pens, pencils, just things like that. But other than that, the startup cost should be under $1,000. And the great thing about this, if you are in the medical field, this is a gold mine. Like I said, this is a requirement for everyone, not just nurses. Nurses, I think I had to have it in nursing school. Yeah, nurses, nursing students, doctors, PAs, nurse practitioners. You can do this for people who are new parents, construction workers. Like, you can get contracts with doctors' offices. Like, it's endless. I know so many nurses, so it just makes logical sense. Like, why wouldn't I offer that? So with the CPR, you can do ACLS too if you want to. It'll be a little bit more, but that is also another side hustle where you can make money. And y'all know, I think they charge like maybe $100 to get certified, like if you are a student, but you could charge whatever you want to. You can be very competitive with your prices, especially when you get in contract with doctors' offices and stuff like that. Ask them how much is the person that you were getting it from charging you, and go below that. You are going to run, if you are in the medical field, it's inevitable that you are not going to run into somebody at some point in time who doesn't need that service. Like, you don't even have to, the crazy thing is you don't even have to be a nurse yet. I take that back. To be an instructor, you might have to be. But once you are a nurse, you can be a brand new nurse and do this. You know, before you get on that floor, you're going to have to be certified to do this. So why wouldn't you be the person who is certifying people? Like, that is another side hustle. Do not, now you are exchanging time for money because you do have to be there, but you're going to make your $1,000 back quick because, like I said, as a medical professional, you are going to run into people all the time who need it. The only thing I can say about being an instructor is make sure you have insurance, because you know, people are crazy. People will try to sue you for anything. Somebody can have taken a class from you and perform CPR on somebody, and maybe that person didn't make it, and now they feel like it was because you taught them wrong. So just make sure you do have your medical malpractice insurance. But other than that, the startup is easy. Finding clients is easy. Market yourself. You don't have to be some big person. Like, I know somebody who is making a bag strictly, she does it full time, strictly off of doing CPR classes. And it's easy. You get in there, you teach for a few hours, add some refreshments and some drinks and stuff, and you send people on their way. It's not a lot. It's not no manual work. It's not hospital work at all. It is literally teaching. And if you ever wanted to get into teaching, I think that is an easy way to sector into it. It's the same information. Y'all know CPR, ACLS is a little bit more in depth because you have to learn about the medications and things like that. But again, it's still not rocket science. Once you learn the information, and once you learn how to teach, or even if teaching is natural to you, it'll come easy and you will just be knocking the classes out like that. So do not sleep on being an instructor for either American Red Cross or American Heart Association. Just kind of do your due diligence and see, research like which one is more popular in your city and get certified by like either one of them. But don't sleep on that. It is an easy bag, an easy service that you can offer that doesn't require much. You don't have to be an expert nurse who's been working for 30 years. You not even a few years. Like, you can literally do this. You can literally do this right after you pass your NCLEX. The easy way to bring in some extra money. Okay guys, so that is the end of the video. If you have any questions about anything, always hit me up in the comments. You know, I love responding to y'all. I didn't want to make this video too long, but I really hope that you guys try some of these things and let me know how it works out for you. If you need help with setting up any of these things or questions about setting any of these things about, please hit me up in the comments. You know I love talking to y'all. I really just want y'all to make money. I really want y'all to get to the bag. I do not want y'all to be a slave to the hospital, because I think a lot of times, especially coming out of nursing school, we think that the hospital is the end all be all, or we kind of feel stuck like there's nothing else for us to do. And I just don't want y'all to feel that way, because it is so many different ways that you can make money. The idea for me is why I do this is financial freedom. I love being able to move how I want to move. I tell y'all all the time, nursing is the best career choice that I've ever made. There have been a lot of ebbs and flows throughout this journey, especially with me working bedside. But when I got into travel nursing and I started making a bag and I was able to put more money towards my dreams, like, the best decision that I've ever made. And even with travel nursing, as I told you, I'm doing most of these things myself. I understand that all of my money cannot be in one basket, and that's why I am able to, if y'all don't know, like, I've decided to take off time and not do travel nursing full time, because I have multiple streams of income that allow me to move how I want to move. And so I just want to share that with y'all. Like, I really don't want y'all putting all your eggs in one basket and just being loyal to one company or one hospital, because, like I said, you're now exchanging time for money, and that's just not the way to be. Life is to be lived. There are so many things out here for us to do, so many things for us to enjoy, so many memories for us to create, and I do not want to spend all of our time slaving in the hospital. So I hope that this video was helpful. I hope that you guys go try some of these things out, and if you do, let me know how it worked out for y'all. And until next time, oh, and also, if you want me to make a separate video about businesses that you can start as a new nurse with a decent startup cost, I'll go ahead and do a video for that as well. But just let me know, because I don't want to make the video if you're not interested in it. But until next time, I will talk to you guys later.